Okay, so today we'll continue what is the remaining part, like we continue with the text and point command, and then we'll follow with the other options. So here, the text command, we can click on the text command and we'll select the plane. Now, whatever the text we want to write it, we can write it here. Like I want to write it SolidWorks. Now, wherever you click on the screen, the text will be placed there. Okay, it is easy to place. Now, like there will be some height is there, like maybe this height is very small because I'm zooming in. So how can I increase the text height? So here you can see there's one option is called use font. We have to untick this option. Then we'll get this font option. We'll click on that. And here the unit will come. You can take the points or you can take the units. So I said I want to make this to be 10 units. Then you have different fonts are available. Which font you want to use it? You can take a font. Any settings in the font style you want to do, you can define the style settings and you do okay. You can see the text will be changed like that. Now next, if I want to write a text over some curve, okay, let me create some curve. Like this I created. So this curve is what our reference with the help of I want to write a curve over that. Let me convert this to construction form. Now I'll take a text option. Now you can select the curve here. Now you can write like SolidWorks. And here you can just distribute along this sketch how you want to create it. You can reverse the direction. You can flip the directions. And then again, if you feel that need to be taken bigger size, just go and just increase the size. Okay, let me increase more to 8. And okay, now it's looking good. Okay. Now, maybe you want to convert this into 3D also. You can convert. You can simply exit from the sketch and go to features and select as extrude. You can see this. It will be converted as a 3D.
Okay.
So now let's see next option. Let's take a new file. Okay. Just a second. Okay. So now let's see the next option. We'll go to sketch, take a sketch and take a plane. So point is there, like if you want to place some points, you can place a point and you can define the coordinate location. If you know what location you want to go, you can type the coordinates value, the point will be placed there, or you can randomly place wherever you like to place that. And you can dimension them properly placing it. Like you want to place at some distance, you can tell here, like I want to go at 50 and then I want to go with vertical distance to be 15. Like this, we can place it. So where we can use it, like initial level, we can make a curve by combining all the points like this. So when we making a surface designing, in that cases, typical surfaces we can make if we have the coordinates, we can place all the coordinates and then we can make a surface.
Okay.
Now next, we'll see how to use trim tool, all the type of trim option. We'll click on trim command. So here we have like around, you can say 5 types are there. So first we'll see power trim. So for that, I'll just make one triangle here. Let's make one polygon and we'll set the side to be 3 side. And we'll create one polygon shape. And I'm going to just use circular pattern here. We'll select this and with respect of the center point. So define number of objects that you want. Okay, let me select only one line. Let me select remaining other line also. So how many objects you want? You just tell the software. I said, let me keep it 5 is okay and okay. Now, if I say to trim the inside data, so it will take too much time to trim that. But we have such a tool that we can do more fast and quick. We'll go to trim and we take power trim. You have to drag your mouse only. You can see how fast I'm doing the trimming. So I have to just drag my mouse over the objects that whatever I have to trim it. And you can see that will be get trimmed and I achieved my shape that I want to take it more better. Instead of clicking one, I just trim that. See
Okay.
this also. Now in this, one more thing is there. When you trim something, like for example, I trim this line. Now I want to, like by mistake, I trimmed another also. I want to undo this too. See, still my command is continuing because I hold my mouse button. When I get back to the point, this point, it'll be undo automatically. Okay, this way
Okay.
also you can do it. Next, we'll see corner trim. Corner trim is what, like if you have like this, some line, and you have something like this, you want to make this to be from a corner here or here, you want the line to be joined with each other, okay? So go to trim and take corner method, select line 1 and line 2 that you want to keep. So that will be trim the line. Now I will make a corner here also. I'll follow the same command first and second. We can see it has been made a corner. So this way, like this command will be working extend and trim both.
Okay.
Next is trim always inside option. So what is meaning? Like let me create some lines here. So I'm pressing enter button to cancel and repeat my command. Like this, I created some object. Now I want to trim between some object. Okay, so we'll go to trim method. We have to tell boundaries. So option is trim always inside. So I said from this line to this line, whatever is coming inside, I want to trim that. So I select this line and select this line. You see what happened? It will be only trimming between that two lines object. So this way you can trim anything between two lines. Again, let's see. I'll just take this line and again select this line. You see what happened? It will be trimmed. Now opposite of this, we have next option is opposite of this, trim always outside. If I say this line and I select this line to trim. So what the software will do? It will trim remaining outside line, but it will be keeping the inside that boundary. Next is trim to closest. With this option, you can trim something one by one like this, like this. So it's one by one trim.
Okay.
Next is,
So no need to
yeah,
any no need to have intersecting lines like that.
yeah, it is intersecting, no intersecting, everything you can trim. See, intersecting also get trim, no intersecting also get trim. Okay.
Okay.
So in this, everything we can trim it. Next, we have trim entity as a construction geometry. Means if you trim something, for example, anything you created, and if you trim this, we'll select this, and if you trim this, what happened? It will be changed into construction geometry. You want to trim construction line, you can untick this also, and you can trim this also. But if it is tick, you cannot trim this line. Even this also, if I untick this now, if I click on this, it is not trimming that. Means construction line cannot be trimmed. But if I untick that now, if I trim that, that line is get trimmed. So these are new features of our new latest versions. Next, so that we understood about trim command. Now let's see how to use extend command. So I'll just make a line. Let's make more line. I'll make one line this side, and I want this line to be extend. Okay, one by one. It will go one by one. So we have the option here, extend entities. We'll click on this, extend. So let me do undo. So I'll click on this. I'll take extend command. I'll click on this extend. Oh, extend. So we'll click on this extend, and again we'll click on this extend. Like this, we can do a continually extending our part. Okay. Next, we'll see offset entities method. So as a name offset entities, we can make the object at some distance. So I'll just create a lines. Okay, any shape you can create whatever you want. Let's make more. I'll just put some arc here and just made one more line. So we'll go to offset entities. Here you can type the distance value, and let me untick initially all the options. And we'll click on the line. and it will be get offset at one side, like it will become either this side or this side, one side will be coming. You can define the distance, how much offset distance you want to take, maybe 5 or 10, do okay, it will be get offset. Let me do undo. Again, go to offset entities. You want to add a distance value, the dimension. You can select this, you can mention your dimension and will be added. Now next, we can do one more thing. We can reverse the direction. Like sometime what happened, you made this, it's coming, like if I click on the line, it's coming this side, right? I want to take this side. If I do okay, it will be
Yeah.
appear this side. So say reverse. So when you reverse, it will be change your direction. That you can do.
Okay.
Then you can go to select chain method. Here, when you do select chain method, whatever the thing is connected, that all will be get selected as a offset now. Now next
Okay.
is bidirectional. Bidirectional means both side. We'll take bidirectional and it will be get offset like the both sides. Now, you can also do one thing. You can add some capping here. Like you want to close by lines, you can put a line or you have arc. So we have to select the option cap ends. So by default, it is arc, you see. If I put a lines, it will be at a lines.
Okay.
Now you have another option, construction geometry. You want this line to be converted into construction form. You can use construction geometry, or this outer side also you want to construction form. You can use offset also. So let me take base geometry to be converted into construction and do okay. See, or let's see other result. So if I take offset also, and let's see, both has been constructed, but we don't need both to be converted in construction. So we can untick
Yeah.
outer one and we keep okay like this. Maybe we need like this result. We can keep this. So this is the way you can do a offset entity use. Now let's understand about how to use convert entity tool. So convert entity is what basically a project command. Okay, in 3D it is very useful. For 2D also we can use somewhere. Projecting on the other plane. I'll show you first with some 2D sketch, then we'll understand with the 3D part. So I'll make a sketch and exit. Now suppose this sketch is what where we have on front plane. I want to make one more plane and I want the same sketch on that plane. So I'll take one more plane. We'll go to features, reference geometry, pick a plane option. We'll select this plane and we'll define a plane at distance. Okay. Now I need this sketch to be also created on this plane without repeating the steps and all. So I'll just go to this plane and sketch on this. We'll directly go to the option convert entities. You can click on the sketch or you can select chain method and just click on that. Even you can click inner loops, you can click and select it. You can select manually one by one and do okay. You will find that the same sketch has been projected here. Now I can use this for 3D, use this for also making 3D.
This is all the same like offset only, no?
Not like offset, we are projecting the sketch over the different plane or maybe over the solid body.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll show you for the solid body. Basically, we are previously drawn sketch. Like you can understand like offset only. We are just offsetting, but at the same scale. Okay, offsetting at the same scale over other
Okay.
planes or our other faces or on the same
Okay.
faces also. Okay,
Okay. So we can
so
copy also work same way.
the copy is different thing because when we do copy option use in this version software, that will be do on same plane. It's like a copy thing, but we can
Okay.
modify by breaking this relation. As relations are there now. So if we
Yeah.
break the relation, we can modification that. But initial level, like you can say just a copy of that. What we did, just we have produced a copy of the previous sketch. In that, like
Yeah.
I can tell the software, I don't need all. Maybe I don't need a circle. I can only make a rectangle.
Okay.
So that is my choice to select whatever this customize edges or sketches I want to project on the next plane on the next faces of the body. Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
So like this, we did it. Now, if I make a part, let's do one thing. Let's do some part creation. I'll just use that sketch. Let me delete the extra sketch from here. And I will make extrude of this. Okay. And do okay. Let's do something more. I'll just put some cut out here. Let's remove the material from here. I'll just make extrude cut. Anything else you want to do, you can produce a shape. Maybe you want some more cutouts. Let's produce it and say extrude cut. Okay. Now this is a part, okay? So one thing, let's first go with the face of the body. Maybe you want to need some sketch over the face again. So you can select this face and go. And maybe I need this rectangle portion again to be taken on this area. Okay. So I'll go to convert entity. See, it's taken by default. What happened? It's taken this because the face is selected. So I'll do undo. So click at side, the face will be deselected. Again, go to, okay, sketch, we have to select again this face. Now click somewhere else. So the face will be deselect. Now go to convert entity. Now you can select by your choice. Okay, I said this edges, I want to project. So what happened? It will be project the sketch of that. See? Now you can use this sketch. Maybe you want to convert a 3D. You can extrude it. Okay, like we can say copy or whatever you understand. We offsetting copying that we are doing. So we are projecting. One term is called projecting. This is called projecting. Maybe I do it in same face. Maybe I need to do on this face as I did earlier. So I selected that plane. I said this circle I required, this curve I required, and this I required. Okay, I don't require complete body. If I need to complete, I can directly click on the face. It will take that also. Let's do okay. See? Or like you need complete in one single click. What do you do? Let me do undo little. Get back, select this plane, sketch on it, and go to convert entities. Now select this inner loop also. So software will automatically detect the loops for you. Now click on the body and do okay. Oh, it's not detected, then we have to do manually. If not detecting, then we have to do manually. So it should do, but it's not done. Let's select it and I'll select this and do okay. Now why I tick the inner loop? So I click on single, it's selected, see together. Okay. This way. Now you can use it. We extrude. So sometime repetition of the sketches happening now. In that cases, you don't have to do this. You can use this option. You can save your time.
Yeah.
Now let's go to the next things. So we'll start with, there's one more tool is given here that is for surface part. Let's discuss it and finish it. Okay. And this is when we have surface bodies. In that cases, you want to take outer edges to be produced. Like it's like a same like convert entity kind of thing, but we are offsetting the surface. Okay, so let's see. I'll just take a new file. So we'll take a plane and create random spline surface. Okay, exit, and we'll go to surface modeling. Okay, surface modeling. There's a tool I'm taking here, extrude, and we'll keep it mid plane, and we can add some. Oh, this curve is selected. Just select the arrow and move it, and do okay. Now what I want to do, I want to project that like the edges now offset toward the body. So go to sketch option and take this option offset on surface. Select this face and you can see what happened. It automatically projected it. Now you can tell the distance here. How much distance from the edges you want to take. I said 5 distance. See the 5 gap is there. Or maybe you want maybe 15 distance or maybe 25 distance. Like that you can define how much from that distance you want to take. Once you've taken that, now you have two things. One, you can keep it solid sketch. One, you can keep in construction form. Okay, construction like a normal dash lines. But I don't need construction. Let me keep it solid and do okay. See what happened. Now, what is the benefit of this? See, now why we're doing this? What is the benefit of this? See, maybe you want to cut this area, same exactly same curvature. You want to cut that area. Normally, it is not possible to cut a surfaces. We have to need a sketches or we need some surfaces to cut this way. So what I'll do now, I'll go to surface. There's one tool in the surface, trim surface. We'll take that. We'll select that it's selected already sketch. Now you go here, which surface you want to keep. I said outer sketch I want to keep. If you want to keep inner, you can keep it inner also. I said outer sketch I want to keep it. Let's do okay. See what happened? Now what I'll do, I want to add a thickness on the body. Okay, some thickness I want to add it. We'll select this. We have option here, thicken, and we'll put some thickness to the part by selecting this. I said I want to take a thickness of 5 mm on the part. Let's do okay. Okay. You can see this is how you can make this
We
kind
can
of part.
extrude also, no, sir?
You
Can
can
we do
extrude it. Yeah, you can extrude it surface, you can extrude it. I'll show you. Let me do undo. Okay, you can select the sketch and say extrude. Now it will ask you the direction of extrusion. Let's take, for example, this top plane. See here, we can add like this. Okay, then I can cut that part. Maybe I can make with this something like we can use trim and we say this is my trimming tool this time. And this is surface I want to keep it and do okay. See the outcome has changed. Okay. And you can now join them. Actually, there's two different body. We can try to knit. The other tool is called knit to join two surfaces and do okay. Now you can add some material by adding thickness and do okay. Then maybe you can, I think it's too much thickness. Let's reduce the thickness value to 1 mm and okay. And also let me change the direction of my thickness to be inward and okay. So it's looking much better now. So you can maybe now you can modify, you can maybe put some fillets, make it more attractive design here. So fillets in surface also there. We can take it from part modeling also there. Same thing is there. So I'll just put 3. You can add fillets over this edges. Okay, that face also okay. You will get selected. Okay. See here. So this kind of object, maybe you can put some more fillets to round this portions also. Let's increase some radius. Okay. So like this way, you see, some design has been generated, random design. So this is how you can take a use of the tool. No, you have to think that the tool we can use in various way. Okay. We have to think that what can be that we can use for that application. Now let's see the next thing. So we'll continue with that mirror tool now. Okay, mirror tool.
Okay.
So mirror tool is what basically as we do in AutoCAD, similarly we do the mirror. Similarly here we can do mirror. Okay. We need sketch and we need one reference line. It may be center line, it may be normal line. You can draw your object that you want to mirror it. Let's we define some sketch, random sketch I'm defining here. So I have some random design that makes this line to be exactly vertical. And I will make one center line here with respect of center axis. And I want this object to be mirror this side. Okay, so we'll go to mirror entities. Now here you will see the option is called entities to mirror. You select that and click here mirror about and select the center line and do okay. Your object is get mirrored. See, these are relations. These are called relations actually. This is green color, now these are relations. You want to hide them for a while, you can hide it. You can go here and you can turn it off. Okay. And you can turn it on whenever you need it. Now let's understand about more mirror. Let me do undo Control Z. We'll go to mirror entities. If you don't need a copy, means I want to make this side, but I don't need this one. Okay. So we'll untick this copy option. Click on mirror about object and click on this and do okay. You find that it will be get mirror other side. Okay, so this way you can do a like mirror. Now, one more tool I'm going to tell you. Now it's little advanced option. It's called dynamic mirror. Dynamic mirror. Okay.
Okay.
So you will get this option tools, sketch tool, and this is available here. Or what you can do if you're not able to find that, you go to command search and type here dynamic tool. Okay, you can see dynamic mirror, it will become. So you can take the command. Now what you have to do, you should have a center line. It will only work with the center line, not with the line. So we have to click on the center line. Now it will become dynamic in nature. Once we click, you see the symbol is coming here, some symbol. Now what I'll do, I'll just create something here that will automatically mirror here. See.
Okay.
So that is called a dynamic mirrored. So whatever you make, immediately it will be get transferred. Next, we'll see how to use a jog line. Okay, jog line. So normally, if you make any lines, let's release this also. Normally, if you make a line, if you want to make this kind of thing, what you will do? Normally, you will draw like this, and like this, right? And then you trim this. This is a process we do. But in SolidWorks, we have one tool is called jog line. Again, you can go to tools, sketch tools, and you can take it from here, jog line. Or you can search, okay, again, I'm telling the method. If you not find the tool, just go here, jog line, and select this, and you can add jog like this. Okay, once you added jog, if you want further, you want to continue, you can continue here also, see. Okay, here also like that. You can add as many jog, maybe you want to add a jog here. So any typical product which have so many jogs like this, we can directly add by this command and then dimension it.
Okay. Jog means like steps.
That rectangle shape is for coming now. That rectangle shape, we can make this shape. This is called jog.
Okay.
Next, let's undo. Suppose this line, or let's make one circle also. So if we have anything and we want to do a splitting of that, okay, we have one tool is called split entities. Let's search it here, split entities. Okay, split entities. Now what the split entities do? It will divide your object into number of pieces. So I'll just click here, I divided that part. Okay, let's cancel the command. Let me take it again. So like this, you can place the splits wherever you want. So now you find that this is divided, this is divided. You want to delete something, you can delete it like this. Okay, that part is splitted. Now let me do undo. Suppose you splitted. Now you feeling that I splitted wrong place. Okay. You want to unsplit now. Either you do undo complete process or you want to do particular part to be unsplit. You can select that point and just delete. Very simple. Here, let's see. Select the point and just delete. See, this is one part now. So that's how you can do unsplitting also. You can do complete unsplit also the same way by doing that if you want. You can see it's become complete unsplitted.
Okay.
Now next, let's see. If any line is there, you want to turn into construction form, you select it and click here, one option, construction geometry. Directly you can take from here or select it from here for construction. Or what you can go, you can select this and go to sketch tools and take here construction geometry. Now, if I converted construction and I want to make it normal, select back, do the same process again if you want. See, untick that. Okay, so any situation will there, you can just use any way. Now let's see how to use linear sketch patterns. So linear sketch pattern is like a rectangular pattern in AutoCAD. So we'll make one object. Let's specify some dimension for this is 10. This is 5. Now you can select the object. It's better whenever you're doing patterns. I suggest you select the features. So it'll be easy to directly do that. Otherwise, you have to go and select there. If you're selecting first, your half work will be done here automatically. We have to only just define the pattern data. So go to linear pattern. See, it just selected everything, right? But if you're not selecting, what will happen? You go here. Now nothing is selected. You have to select it here. You have to select one by one. So that will be time consuming process. Now next, you specify the gapping. What should be the gap from here, center to center of the body? I said this to be 10, I want to keep it, or 15 less. 10 is very less. This increases to 15. Then define the number of items that you want to make. By default, we have 2. We can make it 4 items. And if you want to make it an angle, you can keep it an angle also. Like you can define angle. Okay, I don't need, I'll make it 0. Then whatever the values I'm defining here now, I want to show there's a dimension also, like 15 and 4, that will be displayed as a dimension. So you can take this. Next option, you go here, define the number of item for second direction, then only you can enable the distance value. I said number of item I required, for example, 4. Then you can change the distance value. 10 is okay for us, but still you want to change, you can just add the value. I said 8. Now again, we can add angle and distances value to be displayed. Now, here at the bottom, they have given one option to skip the items. If you want to skip something, you can select that. Like I want to skip this 4 items. I want like this. If I need complete, we'll do okay directly. But if you need to skip, we can skip from here and do okay.
Okay.
Now question comes, sir, if I did the pattern, now I want to change this. Can I do editing in the pattern? So what we'll do, simply, we select any of the object, right click on the screen, and we'll get the option here. Edit linear pattern. So here, now what you can do, you can go to, maybe I don't need the skip portion. I just go and just clear the screen, clear selection. And then I want to increase the distance value here to be 10, and let's do okay. So this is how you can do editing after doing it.
Okay.
The next we'll see circular pattern. So we'll make any circular object. Let's make object and make one more object. Okay, let's make one here also to understand something. So I'll go to circular pattern. We'll select this object. So by default, software will give you 4 items. You can increase the number of items how much you want. I said 6 items, so it will be equally distributed because option is equal spacing. So 360 divided by 6, the angle will be between them is 60 degree. But if you say, sir, I don't want to go equal space, I want to orient maybe 180 degree, 270 degree, all the parts. So you can untick the unequal spacing, and here you can define the angle value. For example, I want to take 45 degree. So 45 degree, I'll define total angle will be automatically calculated by the software. Okay. So like 35 degree. So like this, it will be oriented in particular direction. But we can use mostly what we use in special items, we can use this, but mostly we use equal spacing. So keep it here 360 degree. Okay. And do okay. Or if you keep equal spacing, what you can do, you can give an angle like 180 degree. What happened? Now this time 180, I don't need to calculate the between angle. Earlier I'm giving between angle. Now this time it'll be calculating automatically according to the angle that I have given here. Okay, so let's keep 360 degree and do okay. Now next we'll see this one also. Why I made it this? Let's say you understand that. I'll go to circular pattern. Let's select this. See what happened. Just go here. This was came correctly, but why this gone here? So whenever we're doing pattern away from the origin, it will do always pick the origin actually. The like center is what for this, always a origin. So you can delete that point and select the point of the circle.
Okay.
And then you can specify the number of count that you want to take and do okay. Okay. So this is a way you can do a circular pattern. Now let's see move entity command. How to use move entity command. So here we have some option move, copy, rotate. It's very useful when we make larger projects, 3D objects. We can use there. So I'll make object. Let's specify this to be something 6 size and this to be something 12 size. So go to move entity option and select the object. First option is from to. Like in AutoCAD, we take a base point. Same way we can take a base point here, and then we can place where we want to do it. So I'll click, it will be placed there. Or what you can do, If you know the coordinates where to be located, you can type the coordinate value. It'll be gone there. Let's go move entities. Go to coordinates. Select this. For this, like 0, 0 is what like this point. So we cannot give. So we, if we know this is this distance, we can put negative values and we can make there. Like if I want exactly on origin, let's calculate the point distance. So let's make it exactly 16. So we should know. And let's make this also something distance 37. Okay. I know 37 and 16 is my distance, right? Let's move it by coordinate. So I'll go here, I'll select this. I'll put it minus 16 and minus, okay. So this is minus 37, no? Minus 37 and minus 16. Understood, now?
Yeah.
So if you know the data, you can define the data and you can also move with the respect of coordinates. Next is about making a copy. Go to copy option, select the object. Now here, every option we have one option is keep relations. Means if the object have any relations applied on that part, you want to maintain that, then use this option. If you don't want to maintain the relation, you untick this. So we need maximum time to maintain the relation. So we'll keep it ticked generally. Now let's go again from to. We select one point and we just place like this. We can place again. It'll only take one copy and do it like this. Or if you know the coordinates, you can go with the coordinates. Define. I say I want to make it 50 distance. Or let's make it 100 distance. It's overlapping. 100 by 50. I made it here with the coordinates value. I'll tell you one more way of copying anything. Okay. For example, you create any object here. Don't go with that copy. You can directly copy. Select the object. In SolidWorks, it may be 2D, 3D, anywhere you can follow this. Press Control button and select the object and drag the mouse. See again now.
Yeah.
Select the object, press the control and drag it. Okay. So like this way also directly you can make a copy without any headache. Multiple copies you can make quickly. The next we'll see how to use rotate method. Go to rotate method, select the object to be rotate, select the one point of rotation and define angle of rotation. How much angle you want to rotate that part? I say 45 degrees, it will be rotated. Do okay, like that you can rotate a component. Next, scale entities. Scale means increasing and decreasing the size of object. So we can define a scale factor. We want to make it double size or we have to make it smaller size. We'll go here. I select my component. Then we have to define one base point, fixed point. Let's take this point. It's taken 2 times, so it become double of that size. You see here, double. So let's keep it double. Okay. Now let's, if I want to reduce the scale, I'll go again, scale entities, we'll select it and we'll just define a point. This time, let me make this to be 0.5 size. So it become 0.5 size. So double of 0.5 is this size, same size, previous one, and do okay. Now, if you need one more thing like, well, copy while scaling, for example, any object like this we have, I want to scale it with the copy. Okay, so I'll go again, scale method, I'll select it. Base point, let me give center, so it'll better. I'll pick here somewhere random, and I'll use copy. You can, how many copy you want, you just put it. Let me increase the scale to double, so it'll better. You can see more copies. Okay, you can see here, you can increase the number of copies if you want. Okay. So let me keep only one copy, that better to view, and do okay. So that way also you can take a scaling option use. Okay, now let's see how to add a smart dimension or any type of dimensions in your project plus relations. Okay, so when we're making sketches, something 2-3 things we have to very important. 2-3 things are very important. Okay, so what is the important part? One is we need to define geometrical relations. Okay, second is dimensional. Okay, all the type of dimensions that we have to define properly. Means dimension means now what is the size of object? That is one thing. Any, it may be line, circle, rectangle, anything. That is size. Then where it is located. with respect of origin. We have one origin in SolidWorks, right?
Yeah.
So we have to define everything with respect of origin. Like if rectangle is located here, so we have to define X position and Y position. Or maybe we can define by geometrical relations also. So that is need to be defined. Then you can define the size of the objects. If you define these things properly, then your sketch will be defined. Now in software, we have variety of colors. You see one initial color, we see blue color. Blue color. What it means actually, the sketch is underdefined. The sketch is underdefined. Then second color is called black color. Black. What it meaning? The sketch is fully defined. Then one more color will become yellow or red. Sometime you will see yellow and red. Like yesterday you have seen in the last session where we doing driven dimension, right? It's becoming yellow and red. So that meaning that sketch is becoming over defined or over constrained. Over defined or over constrained. Over constraint means over relations we have given, extra dimension we have given.
Yeah.
So what we will do, we have to do this. Okay, for perfect 3D, we have to always focus on making a sketch to be black color, fully defined properly with proper relation with proper dimension. Why it is important to make a sketch to be black? Now this question is there. Why it is important to make the sketch to be a black color? See, if we do modification in the model in future, so it should be very only the particular things, not all model, or it will affect other things on the model. So like if you remember, in the first session we did it, okay? So where I made one rectangle body, right? You remember I made one part where hole is center of the face initially. But when I edit the dimension, what happened? Hole came here, right?
Yeah, yeah. So
So
we have
if we don't have
little
proper
bit.
dimensions and relations are made, means if I not defined the position of my part properly, so this thing will be happen. Okay, or other chances are there. If I edit the part, maybe some error will be occur, and due to that, my part will be not rebuild or update. So in that
Yeah.
cases, if you have proper dimension, proper relation, you have made your sketch to be fully defined. Okay, then there will be no problem in editing. You can edit the particular part. Only that things will be affected without affecting other things. So always you have to follow that approach, that sketch to be completely defined and get a proper results. So let's see how to do that. So we'll see both the things. First, we'll see dimension, then we'll start with the relations. So I'll cover all the dimension first. So as we discussed, like in SolidWorks, we can do the dimensions by picking smart dimension. Like if I want to show a length, I can show a length directly by selecting the lines. It may be a line, it may be straight lines. I can show the angles.
Yeah.
We have to click line 1 and line 2. We can show the angles. Or if we have circles and all, we can show the diameter. If we have arc, we can show the radius. Now, like this, all the type of dimension you can do here, but specific cases you want to do a dimension. So maybe you want to do a distance between 2 points. Okay. So you can do separately, you can do with smart dimension, but they have given us separate tools. Go to smart dimension, you can pick this point and pick this point, and you can add the dimension like this. Okay. Maybe this point, I can add a dimension like this. Okay. But again, as smart dimensions activate, you can go with vertical, horizontal. Okay. So I'll go here, I'll take this option. I say horizontal, this point to this point. So do only horizontal dimension. Again, you can go and take vertical dimension. This point, vertical dimension. So like this way you can do. Next is baseline dimension. As a name, baseline means the base of the dimension will be remain same and it will be continued to the next end.
Yeah.
So we'll just go to baseline here. So I say this is my base line, initial origin line, then this line, then I select the next line, next line. This will how it will be at the baseline dimension. Next, we have a chain dimension. We go to chain dimension. We'll select line 1, line 2. So chain means end to end, end to end. So again, I'll select this line, it will make end to end dimension. Next, we have in newer version, we have one thing, we can make symmetrical linear dimension. So what is the meaning of symmetrical linear dimension actually? This we do for revolve objects actually, where the objects to be make it round objects. So where like I want to show a full diameter, for example, this is a half portion. If I make this side for, let's make what is the dimension here, let's check it out. Let's make it exactly 20 and let's fix the dimension 25 and this to be 30, like that I made a dimension. Okay. Now let me delete this only for showing you. I just added dimension. So this is 20. We know that, right? 20. So what is still here? If I may take consider the second half part of this. So total, what is the total dimension? 40? 40 diameter. So I can represent it by this tool, the total dimension, by using symmetrical linear dimension. We can pick this point and we can select the center line. It will show you the complete dimension. How you want to represent, you can do that. So this is a newer features. We can say in the newer version, we can represent the both side dimension like this, a complete diameter. But this dimension, when I'm using with this tool, it is only displaying at one side. Okay. But I want to do, okay, for like one more thing, multiple option is there. Single we doing here. So we'll see one more thing here. I'll go here. So single we did one by one. You can take multiple objects. You select the line and select on this, select on this, select on this, like this. You can do a multiple dimensions together. Okay. Now I want to tell you an older way of doing where you can reflect the dimension this side also. Okay. So very good way. Just take a smart dimension. Click on the line. Now click on the center line and then move your mouse about the center. If you keep this, it'll be give you half dimension. But if you move your mouse this side, it will be at the second side dimension also. See? Again, this line, center line, move the mouse about the center line and it will be added second side. Again, first, center line and click to open.
But the second part is not there, no, sir. I mean,
It's
why should I
not
take?
there. It's not there. See, why we required, as I mentioned, for normal object, we don't require these things. Okay. When the complete diameter, when you're making from 2D to 3D, for example, in this 2D, the complete dimension is given. But you're making a revolved part. In that we only divide half, we draw only half cross section part. So
Okay.
either you just calculate half dimension and do it, or you say, sir, I don't know do any I don't want to do any calculation. So in that case, you use this method. Software will add for you and you can do the dimension. So now
Okay.
benefit, like I can just go and just revolve. I don't need to worry about that. What is the sizes? Because I did correct sizes. I don't need to do calculate.
Okay.
So that is the advantage. Just remember this, apply in your projects when you start doing it. Okay. When the things will come, I'll guide you in that time also. But when you practicing, just try to practice everything and try to remember it. Okay.
Okay. So, and another thing, if I mean, if we are drawing any figure on your object, so do we
Hmm.
have to I mean, fix the origin?
Yeah, origin is very necessary. See, if I'm not defining the things from origin properly, it will not become in black color. You see, my half sketch is black and half is blue.
Okay.
So why half is blue? Because I have not defined the location of that portion, the height. If I define height, that also become black. And now I
Okay.
made it from origin. It is black because this is 0, 0 here. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll show you. Now if I just get edited. Now I'll take dimension, for example. I'll put this dimension from origin to this. You see what will happen? The line become, everything become black. Why?
Okay.
Because it is get defined. But if you make something like I'll make away from the origin. You can add all the dimension you want on this. Let's add it. Let's add this. Let's add this. Okay. And you can add, maybe you want to add chain dimension, you can do a chain dimension or baseline. Let's baseline will do. Okay, like this I did. Okay, I already did, so I don't need to add that. Now see, everything is there. You can even see the relations are there. Let me turn on that. See, but still that sketch is not defined. You see, the size is not varying now. Because why size is not varying? Because we have defined all the things. What happens? Size object is moving. Okay, some dimension maybe remain. We can put that some dimension, so it will be remain fixed.
Okay.
So I'll put that dimension also. Okay, now it is okay. Now you see, I cannot vary other things because the things are fixed. Sizes are fixed. So size cannot change. But what happened? Object is not fixed its place. That is one thing. Object is defined, but not defined where it is located. If I want to locate here only, then I can fix it.
Okay.
But as I mentioned, we have to define with respect to any fixed thing. Like if I define with respect to origin, you see it half become black. Again, if I define this, it become complete black.
Okay.
So that's why the origin is very important to define your objects.
Okay.
Now let's see other dimensions. So we have ordinate dimension. Ordinate means to find out the coordinate value for any objects that you have. Let's create something and we'll randomly draw and calculate the coordinate for that part. Let's make some circle. So I just made random circles. Let's make them equal all. So I'm applying equal relation. See, I want to make same size. I'm selected all the circle by pressing Control button, and here in the left hand side, you see one option is coming, add relation. I'll click on equal. So all size become equal, and you can mention the diameter if you want to take. I said this to be 10 is okay, or 15 is okay. Fine. So all
Yeah.
circle have the same size. Now, I want to find x and y position of all the parts. We can go to the option ordinate dimension. Select this. You have to make one side to be 0. I select this line and make 0, and I'll click on this. I can add a dimension of that side. Again, you have to repeat the command for the second side. You have to take ordinate, make second side to be 0, and click on the dimension. Like this, you can add it. But this I'm doing with the ordinate only. Okay, you can do the same thing with horizontal and vertical. Same that we have learned here now. Same thing they have given like this. You take this horizontal and just add one 0 for horizontal side and just do the dimension for that. Then again, you want to show for vertical side. Again, you go for vertical side and just make 0 this and just click and add all side to be 0 or dimension for that, coordinate for that. So we are finding coordinate location for each point. So
Okay.
both way you can use with ordinate or you can use with horizontal, vertical separately. Now next is path dimension. Like if you have any path, any kind of path you can make, and you want to calculate the total length of the path. I want to calculate the total length of this path. So you can go to the option smart dimension or the path length. Go to path length and select one by one all the lines and do OK. You can see here it will be calculating the length of your path. That is what path length tool.
Okay.
It may be
I mean,
closed path.
it is
It may
is
be
it the
open.
perimeter? Is it perimeter?
Yeah, it is a perimeter.
Okay.
Next, now we'll see if you have a circle objects. Normally, if we do dimension, what will happen if I click on circle 1 and circle 2, it will be add dimension from center to center. Okay. But I don't want to do the distance from center to center. I want to do from circumference to circumference. Let's activate the dimension. I press D shortcut as we created a shortcut key. Now press shift button, click on this and click on this. You can see it will be do the dimension from that. Or again, let's do undo. I'll select this one and this one. You can see. So this way you can do the dimension by using pressing shift button in between. If you're not pressing shift button, it will not possible. Okay. So again, I'm repeating, keep on hold the shift button, click on the object 1 and object 2. Okay, drag it. Now next,
if you don't press shift button, it will take center to center.
if you not pick the if you not press the shift button, it will be do center to center the dimension. Okay, now what I'm going to discuss. Yeah, smart lock. Okay, smart lock. See, any dimensions or any part we have, sometimes what happen, it become very typical to hold the dimension at particular state. Means it will be align horizontal, vertical. We cannot hold sometimes or align. I'll take smart dimension. Let's I take this. If I move my mouse, it'll be coming like horizontal, vertical. If I move this, it'll become vertical. So it is 54. So some cases the part is very small. It is not possible to maintain. It is still moving because if I move my mouse, it is moving. Okay, right now I can manage, but some case will be happen. You cannot manage this. So in this case, what do you do? In this case, you arrange your dimension in such a way, and then you see we have two buttons in mouse. One is right and one is left. Okay,
Yeah.
left here you see the indicating blue color. So I'll press blue button. So in the lock is there in the center of the mouse. Now it will be unlock. So let's see. I'll press left button. See what happened? It is unlocked. Now what happens? See, if I move this, it's not changing. It's fixed. Okay. So this way you can lock the dimension and you can mention the value, whatever you want to add it.
Okay.
Okay. So that is about smart lock method of dimensioning. Now next, how to define fully defined sketch without adding manual dimension and relation. Okay. So if you make a sketch, you want to take a help of software to do for you. So select the sketch with origin and right click and you'll get one option here, fully defined sketch. Or where you can go to tools, go to dimensions and take the option fully defined sketch and click on calculate. Okay. So maybe you want to change the type of dimension, you can change it, chain, ordinate, how you want to do. You can calculate, it'll be come according to that. And do okay. So like this way, software will do dimension for you. So here, how you want, it will not come like that actually. Because the software understanding, what the software is understanding, it will be add according to the software intelligence, but it will define your object.
Yeah.
Now you can edit what are the dimension you want to edit. Maybe you want to change the sizes, you can go and just change one by one. Okay. So that will be easy for to do and you can change. Okay. That way we can do. Now we'll understand about all the type of relations one by one. Okay, how to use the constraints. So if I make a line, okay, and again let's make a line. So these lines are not horizontal and vertical condition. I want to maintain that should be exactly remain horizontal and vertical condition. We'll select the line. Okay, when you click also, you find this options here also. See, it's coming automatically on the screen when you click on the object. Or if you're not able to get select, it'll go. Now what you will do, you see the left hand side, add relation. You select from here horizontal. Select from here vertical. Okay, like that, it will be maintained. Now here, let's come to these two things. Okay, let me add first dimension also. Why I'm adding dimension? The size will not change of the object. Okay, so I want to fix the size of my object. So we'll add the dimension. Now, what I want this point and this point to be connect together. So we'll select this point and control button will select this point. Now you have options to be used. You can use merge or coincident. Both options you can use it. Okay, so you can merge it. Yes, it'll be merged. Or let me undo. I'll show you by coincidence. You can do coincidence also. Okay. So generally, like when free points are there, free points, then both points can be movable. In that case, you use merge, and one point is fixed, one point is free. In that case, you can use coincide. Okay, that way also you can use it. Like for example, I want this to be lie here, this to be lie here. So I select this point and this point, and we'll say now see I'm not getting merge option. What I'm getting only coincidence. See now sketch is defined. Why? The size is defined here, and this point becomes 0 0 for this point. So everything is defined now with respect of
Yeah.
origin. It's become black. So this is the way you can define. Now let's another thing guys we do. So I'll just
So
make a complete.
are this relation with respect to origin only? Sir? I mean, it is line is horizontal with respect to origin and vertical with respect to origin.
Right now it is respect to origin. Everything with respect, like this direction is origin. My line is horizontal, vertical with respect of origin directions.
Okay.
Now I made a rectangle. Okay, one rectangle, square. It's a square. Okay, not rectangle. So I just place in a random place, right? So you see, it is 30 by 30. Means
Yeah.
if I make a normal sketch, let me explain you something more. So if it is a normal sketch, what happen? I can, if dimension is not there, what will happen? You see, this will vary. If dimension is there, what happen? It is moving in different directions. Means size is not varying, but what happen? Object moves. But here, object will also move and size will also vary. Both things will. And this is called geometrical. This you see horizontal vertical relation. It's called geometrical relation. If it is not there, what will happen? See, this will happen. The shape will not remain constant. So that's why relation is also important. Now let me do
Okay.
undo. Now let's define this. How we can define the two ways of defining it. Like where it is located, if I want to keep there only, then I have to do dimension. I'll go to smart dimension, D, and we'll just add the dimension, and we can add the dimension. We'll locate where exactly it to be located. So I located 30 distance from the X and Y distance. So I define my object. If I make a circle, for example, here, how I can locate? So it's not necessary to define this with origin. We can define with this object also. I'll just take dimension with respect to this rectangle as 15. And this is also 15. Now what is remaining? What is remaining in this diagram to define?
Hmm.
The size of circle.
Diameter. Yeah, diameter.
So we have to add the size of circle. Now see, it is defined.
Yeah.
Now suppose I don't want to add the dimension, but I want to locate this object in such a way that it will be. So what I want now, I want this to be aligned with respect of this axis and this axis. Okay, with point, with origin point. I want to align horizontally and vertically my sketch. If I want exactly here, then I'll put one relation. If I want exactly on center, we can coincide also. We can use that way also. So let's see what I'll do. So I say this point and this point will be vertically aligned. You see here what happened? It's aligned vertically. So now it is fixed this here, this here. If I put one dimension, it will be defined. Like this, I want to keep like this. I have defined this only with one dimension. Or you want exactly you want, maybe you can put one more relation. You can put it horizontal also, no? It will become there exactly. We can put by coincide also, but I did it by two relations. Let me do undo now, Control Z. Let's keep it this vertical here, and let's remaining other dimension will define it. Okay. Now let me delete the dimension for circle. Let's understand. So this circle is located somewhere in the square. I want exactly centered. So I told you first way you can add a dimension. Now what is the second way? Again, we use the same relation horizontal vertical with respect of mid of the lines. Horizontal line and vertical line we manage the point of circle, and the point of the lines will maintain them to horizontal vertical align. So the circle will be exactly come out center. So when we do in this way, if we change my circle size, if I may change my circle size, the circle will be always remain at center.
Yeah.
But if I did the dimension, what will happen? It will try to maintain that dimension and it will be move along that face. Understood now?
Okay.
So always, if you always want the object will be remain at same position, use more relation instead of dimensions. So I'll go here and I'll just pick the point here. I say this point, and that should be horizontal. Again, I say this point with respect to this point, that should be vertical. Like if I make a 3D of this, I'll show you. Let me delete this one. I'll go to features and extrude. Okay. Now if I change the size, I say this to be 50. And now see, it's not updated. Okay, rebuild feature. This time we'll use rebuild feature. It's not update. We'll put here rebuild. Update. See here, it came at center only.
Yeah.
So any dimension you change it for this, the circle will be always remain at constant place. Okay, so we can see. So like this we update. So it will be just changed. What are the size will do the changes in the part and update. So we have to rebuild if not updates. Now, if I not did this with proper relations, let me break the relations. Okay. So let's maintain that other relations, which is removed, and the size. Now, if I do not did this relation and put the dimension instead of that, let me put a dimension. Let's see the practically what will happen. 25. This is 25, and this is what? Oh, Control Z. Control Z. This is 50 now, 25, and this height will see 30. This is 15. Okay. Exit. So now I'll just change my distance, this to be 100, and update. See what happened. See what happened here? The whole remain at the same position. So you have to think about your designing before making the things. You have to take a decision. You want how the part to be maintained. According to that, you have to use dimension or the relations. Okay. Now let's see more relations. Now, next, if we make a line, I want this line also equal to this 100. So we can select this line, press Control button, we'll select this line and we'll apply a relation is called equal. Or you can take from here or you go here and say equal. I want this line to be become collinear to this line, collinear with this line. So we can use the option, we'll select this line, press Control button, we'll say that should be collinear. Here it become collinear. Any line that you're drawing and you want to place at the middle point of the object, I want the line will be coming at the midpoint of this line. We'll select this and we'll select this point and we'll say, okay, here, okay, I have to select this line and this point and we'll say midpoint. See here, it'll go to the midpoint. Like if I have a circle of some diameter, let's take this to 24 diameter. I want this circle will be exactly get center of this circle. Okay, I want to place my circle to be exactly of this circle center. So we can make the circle to be concentric with that. We'll select this and we'll select this and we'll say concentric. So two circles we can make concentric. Another way of doing, let's make it one more circle. Let's have 22. I said this circle with this point and this point that should be make coincidence. We can do that way also. Okay. That point and point we are doing, but that is maintaining a same center. Okay, that way also we can do. So this is both ways that you can define. Next, if you're making arc or anything that is not properly tangent to anything and you want maintain tangency, like first of all, I want to connect them. I'll select this and we'll say coincide. Then it is not having a continuity with the line. When will have continuity? When it is tangent perfectly. So we can see there's no tangency symbol is there. There's no tangency symbol is there. So what I'll do, I'll select this line, Press Control button, select the arc, and will apply tangency. So maximum time when you're making a sketches diagram with circle, okay, maximum circle and arc are there. Always try to maintain tangency between them. So maximum time the sketch will be under constraint due to this particular symbols, small symbols. Okay. Now, how you can understand in sketch is defined or underdefined? You see at the bottom, one thing the color I told you, right? In the border also you notice here underdefined because this is there now. If I delete that, it will show you fully defined. See, it's underdefined. Now, if I delete this, for example, you see it is written what? Fully defined. Now, if I put extra dimension, as I mentioned, if I put extra dimension for any extra relation, for example, let me put horizontal on this. So now see what is coming here at the bottom, over defined. Item is unsolvable, items complex. So what you can do for this solving? We know that what to delete actually. Okay, but if that is the case, you don't know or you don't understand, you click on this and go to this option is called Sketch Expert. You can take a help of software to do solve for you. Go to Sketch Expert and now click on Diagnose. Now see here, it right now it's only giving one solution. So it depends on the geometry. It will give you more than one solution also. So in that case, you have to change the solution. For this part, it is giving only one solution. So we can accept that we want only that to be removed. We'll say accept and do okay. See, the problem is solved. So this way also you can take a help and you can solve it. Now let's see, understand more relations. Let me delete this all. Okay, I'll make one circle again center. I'll maintain this to be horizontal and vertical. Have some diameter of 15 and let's extrude it. Okay, let's reduce this to again 50 and just update it. Now let me use this face. We can draw on 3D faces. So I'll use this face as my plane. I'll go to sketch command. We'll select this face and we'll make one circle here. Okay. Now what I actually want, why I made it. I want this circle will be overlap the circle. It will be coincide over that and it will be co-radial to that. The option is called co-radial, which will be have same radius and overlapping it. So I select this edge, press Control, select this circle. You see what option we got this? Co-radial. We'll click on co-radial. You see here. Maybe now you want to use it for extruding purpose. You can extrude it here like this. Okay. Next,
So will
let's see.
it extrude even if the diameter is more than the hole?
It will extrude. It will extrude because there's no problem in extruding actually. Because that doesn't, because we have tell the base is what this face is my base now.
Okay.
So if I increase the size, that doesn't matter now. See?
Yeah. Extrude cut also will work.
Extrude cut only will work on the where the material is there.
Okay.
Okay. So if material in this portion here, there I can cut it, but on the whole portion, nothing is there. What will cut?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll just now get back. Let's understand more features. If you want any lines to be placed exactly at the intersection of two, like this is the intersection portion. I want my line to be placed at the intersection. We'll select this line, press Control, select this line, and we'll select this point and we'll say go at intersection. See here. You can make the object to be go at the intersection point. Next. If you're making a slot, straight slot, let me make it. You want that slot to be fixed at the position with the size. We'll click on this and we'll take the option is called fixed slot. You cannot move it now. Okay. And if you want to fix any object, anything you're drawing, you want to fix the location of object, you select the object and go to fix option. Anything, circle, you made it. You fix it. So size and all, we cannot change it. That's the one option. You can fix anything. But line case, when you fix, the point is free. See here, it can vary. but location cannot vary. For fixing, what do you have to do? You have to add a dimension, so that point will be fixed. Okay. Still, it is movable because the other location we haven't defined of the point. So you can fix the point also one by one if you want. Okay.
Yeah.
Next, if you made one more slot, let's make one more slot, very big. I want this slot and this slot will be have the same size. Select this, press Control, select this, and you will get the option. It's called equal slot method. So like this, you can make two slot equal. Now, if you have line of some distance and one arc is there, it will have initially different distance. You want the arc and line to be have a same distance, same length. Select this, and click on here, equal curve length. See here, this 20 length arc has been created. See here, showing here also 20.
Okay.
Next, we'll see how to maintain a symmetry of the objects. So I'll just make some random center lines. So let's make them both to be equal. We can select this and this to be equal. Okay. I'll make one rectangle which is not equal about center. Okay. I want to make that to be equal about the center exactly. We use symmetrical tool. It's called symmetry option. We'll select this line and the axis, and we'll go to the option is called symmetric. Again, I'm repeating for second side. We'll select this line, press Control button when you're selecting more than one object. Okay. Now select this line and say symmetric. You find that will be become both sides symmetrical. And if you want to make perfect square, you can make the lines to be equal. It will be become perfect square. See. So like this way you can maintain the object to be center. Now next, if you made objects which is not perpendicular to each other, you can make them to perpendicular. Select line 1 and line 2. You can say that should be perpendicular. Or I want the two lines to be exactly parallel each other. We say this line and this line should be parallel to each other. We'll use the option called parallel. So like this, we can maintain a parallel relationship between two components.
Okay.
So that's all about the relations, 2D relations.